welcome back for part 2 of Clutch Kickers Round 2, day 1 of our competition here at Columbiana, Alabama for our 100K Drift Series. So as we get ready to go into part 2 of day 1, we will be going into our losers bracket. So just waiting for our drivers to get suited up here so we can get them back out on track. So if you're following along at home, I just shared the link for the bracket in the new chat, so the live feed chat. You should be able to see that pinned in the chat feed there for you. So first battle is going to be against Alex Dubois versus Zack. So stay tuned. We'll have them up here in just a minute. If you have any questions, put them in the live chat. We'll be monitoring chat here for just a few minutes before we go live. See y'all in a bit.
Okay, your mic's on. I'm on.
Just so everybody knows, Austin is on. Austin's on, but we're not quite ready. We've got Poff making his way out to the track. We're almost ready to get started here, but hang tight, just a few more minutes. All right. Well, we are back in action. We
Welcome
got Alex
back.
Dubois and Adam.
Is it
Zack Poloff?
Can somebody confirm if it's Dubois or Dubois?
Dubois.
Because I've heard it pronounced. It's Dubois?
It is Dubois. Thank
See-
you.
Okay, somebody in the chat was
Thank
like,
you.
it's Dubois. The what? Dubois.
Dubois. Thank you.
It's Dubois.
Thank you.
We got
See?
confirmation from the
See?
crowd. We are
Thank
figuring
you.
out how to pronounce these names, whether you like it or not.
All right. Well, either way, we got Alex in the lead.
Cars are
Pull
on
off
the
in the
track.
chase.
I just jumped out here. I'm running behind. Alex in the Mustang. Poloff in the Camaro. It's a battle of the muscle out there. Big body factory V8 cars. Whoa. It's a battle of the American muscle out here. We got the newer Mustang, the newer Camaro. These boys are out here getting after it.
Yeah, roll tide.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I did not just wake up from a nap.
No, you do have little crumbs in your beard there
Oh,
from,
no.
from lunch.
I
there
tried
you
to
go.
go like I was trying to rinse it off earlier.
You're good. I'm just giving you a
No,
hard
I need to.
time.
Am I good? Am I clear?
You're clear. All clear.
Oh, yeah, from just being slumped? Oh, my gosh. Alrighty then. Clutch Kickers does do one more time, so we just haven't had too many today. So,
Yeah, we actually only had one. That was against
Yeah.
Cameron and Danny.
yeah.
Danny, which, by the way, we got to give a shout out to Danny. He worked his butt off last night to get that transmission back in his
Oh,
car.
yeah.
God, kudos to him.
Heck yeah.
Lots
Putting
of
in the
hard
real
work.
work out here. You know how it is in these competitions.
All
Sometimes
right.
you got to do an emergency transmission change or
It
diff or
happens.
anything else. And also, I talked to Trevor Johnstone earlier, and he didn't just miss a shift. He thinks he broke third gear, possibly.
Oh.
He's either got a shift fork bad or a synchro going out, so he's going to try and continue as he gets into the loser's bracket, and he's going to send it, but he may have some trouble in that green Mustang later on, but he's going to try and fight through it. That's what caused the contact earlier between him and Cabot.
Speaking of which,
Actually, there he goes out onto the track right now
now
with Nick Novak. Yep. So
Heck of a
yeah, we'll see
battle.
if he can shift it out.
Heck of a person to go up against when you're having transmission
Yeah, that's going to be
issues.
rough. Trying to beat Novak with a busted transmission. That's going to be tough.
Well, we're just waiting on confirmation for this battle against Alex and Poloff to go out again. Both drivers kind of looked a little shallow in their first battle here in their losers bracket. So we'll see what they can do with this next run.
Yep. It's funny, you don't really think of a Camaro as a very big car, but when you see it moving around this track compared to the other cars, you can see the weight really being thrown around,
Oh, for sure.
getting on the brakes to transition it and all that good stuff. Here they go. Poloff in the lead this time. Alex Dubois smoking the tires all the way down the straight to the first corner. He found the outer zone this time. Alex working out in the outer zone there. Gets some angle to come back in. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's Poloff in the front.
Yeah, still a little shallow there.
Yep, agreed.
But they were both shallow in their lead runs,
Yep.
so we'll see what the judges have to
We
say.
got the instant replay up here. Poloff doing a great job of filling the outer zone 1. And both drivers, looks like they've, well, he's just got to the touch and go. And touching a little bit of that outer zone 2. Yeah, definitely running a little shallow on 3, so we'll see what they say out there. I don't know. I didn't get the replay on the first run, so I can't tell who had the upper hand.
Well, we just got confirmation that Poff gets the win. Congratulations, Zack Poff, one of the original founders and I want to say creators, but one of the guys who originally did the runnings for Klutch Kickers, now a driver. He's always been a driver,
nice.
but actually doing competition now, so good to see him.
But he was helping with the original show.
Yep, for
Oh,
sure.
very cool. Well, Poff gets a win in the Camaro, so he will move along.
Now, this is a battle I've actually really been looking forward to. I was talking to both of these drivers during their breaks. Didn't really get a chance to talk to Wesley. I did get to talk to his wife for a little bit. Got a little in his head after that last battle. He spun out twice, unfortunately, was having some issues. But this battle against Grindle is going to be really exciting. I think he's got things dialed back in. And, of course, Andrew Grindle, ready to battle it out. He's been doing really well all weekend, so we'll see what they both can do.
Heck yeah. Hopefully got a little clear his head a little bit with a nice little break and get back out there and get into competition mode. I think the sun's going behind the trees.
Yeah, there's a nice breeze now.
Yeah.
We'll take it. That may be the fan. Just kidding.
No, they're just missing the zones. Chat. The chat wants to know. All right, here they go. Wesley in the lead. Grindle in the chase. Grindle pulling back in.
Giving him no space there towards the end. That was a great run from Wesley, great run from Andrew.
Solid lead run, and Andrew keeping it tight on the follow. Right here in outer zone 1. Keeping it pretty tight, sacrificing a little bit, but staying right on his door. Wesley takes off a little bit, but Grindle quickly catching back up. Solid run by both drivers there. Barely got that little zone. That's kind of a funny little transition, but if you get it, it does send you straight into outer zone 3 because that's a long outer zone on 3 there. It's hard to stay out that wide. Both drivers coming in and finishing out zone 4 pretty strong. Wesley with a pretty solid lead there. We got our replays back. Shout out to the drones. The drone homie over there, he had a headset overheating. The drones were fine, but the headset he was wearing was overheating when all of our equipment was going down earlier. So hopefully everything and everyone got a break. We got a little bit of shade here. We're trying to keep all the equipment and ourselves from cooking. Here we go. The lights are on. We got Grindle in the lead with Wesley Cloud in the chase. It's Cloud, right? Andrew Grindle looking pretty fast. Wesley coming in hot. Oh, Wesley goes tire off. He corrects. He hangs on to it. Oh, no. Wesley disappears in outer zone 3. Grindle just got to finish out this run, and he does.
Oh, well,
Wesley.
we hate that for Wesley.
Yep, he was trying to really pick up some ground and stay in it there, and he just ended up tracking out into the dirt right there and couldn't hang on to it. We got a replay up for the fans here. You can see Grindle laying it on thick, coming out of outer zone 1 and hitting the touch and go perfectly, plowing into zone 2 here. You see Wesley went a little wide right there, but he jumps back into play, swings back trying to lay it down, but the car tracks out into the dirt and he can't hang on to it. Well, that was a cool shot.
That was cool.
Dirt just flying right at the drone level. But that's how it goes sometimes. I'm sure he was really trying to throttle up and keep up with Andrew, but unfortunately sometimes that level of power and angle, it actually tracks the car outwards, and you can end up on the outside line in some dirt or up against a wall. So in this case, he caught the dirt, couldn't quite hang on to it, so tough break.
Well, we have confirmation that Grindle gets the win. Unfortunately for Wesley, he is done for round 2. But hopefully we will see him back for round 3 for more action. Going to take a quick break here while we let the tractor get the track cleaned off here. A little mess on the track from that outer corner.
Yep, we're going to get a little track cleanup going. Try and get some dirt off the track for these guys.
But
And gals.
And gals, yes.
Sorry.
And speaking of which, Hannah, I believe, is going to be one of our next competitors. She's going to go up against Trevor. Trevor, the green Mustang. So, speaking of round three is coming up September 26th through 28th.
Oh, yeah.
Should
Fall
be
special.
Fantastic show. Better weather, more drivers, no holidays, I don't think. No holidays.
No, yeah. I think
holidays.
this was just a random, a tough reschedule, unfortunately, landed
Yeah.
us here. But, we're doing what we can, rolling with the punches, and we do appreciate all the drivers that showed up today, despite it being a holiday weekend. But, yeah, hopefully no more holidays. We got September round. We're getting into the fall. Then a month later, we got October. And then we're going straight into the winter round at the end of November.
Yeah, that winter round, if you will, if you can call it winter in Alabama. But
yeah,
that November
it's winter. I don't know actually how the weather is here, but in Atlanta, that is winter.
winter-ish.
Yeah.
Winter-ish.
In Georgia, that is going to be cold. But you know what's not cold? Hot Pit Auto Fest. Coming up next weekend. It is 1 week away down in San Bernardino, California. They got music. They got models. They got competition drifting. They got ride-alongs, stunt bike shows, drone races. It sounds like a heck of a show. Personally, I would like to go see that sometime, but I'm not in California for a little while, even though I spent a lot of time there. So shout out Hot Pit Auto Fest. Thank you guys. Putting on a cool event, and look forward to seeing some of the action from that. I've been hearing a lot about it
Yeah, we'll
on
get
the
to
internet.
watch the live stream if nothing
And they'll be
else,
live
so-
streaming at
Yeah.
Hot Pit Auto Fest on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
So I know there's a couple questions in our chat here. Those of you who weren't with us for round one that are a little confused about the losers bracket, there was a decision for this season of Clutch Kickers, at least with the number of drivers that we have right now, for us to do a double elimination bracket, which is essentially what we call a losers bracket. So drivers who lost their previous battle or their first battle of the day get a second chance to go up against other losers from the same, obviously from the same battles this morning. So again, just more chances to get into the money.
get into the final show.
Exactly.
Yep, it's a second chance romance. If you get knocked out in the first round, you can gather your stuff up, and instead of going home, you can shoot it again and see if you can make it. So
Philip doing the Lord's work with the shovel on the track there.
get this man a broom.
That's all right. Giving us time to get the drivers back out on the track.
Yep. Let's see.
Actually, you know what? We may have a second where we can test Sarah's mic. I know we've been having some issues with her mic, so if y'all are cool with it, we're going to test her mic for a second.
Mic test.
And
going
because we love talking
Guys?
to Sarah. Yes, we can hear
Hi,
you, Sarah.
up there in the tower.
In the tower.
The mic is hot, just like we're all hot down here in the pits. We found some shade. I also found Andrew Grindle just won his last battle against Cloud. How do you feel now you're headed up into the winner's bracket? You still only one shot. Where's your head at?
Just keep driving, having fun. I mean, it's incredibly hot out here, so everyone is overheating and having issues. Track temps change, your car changes. We've had to dump oil in this thing a bunch of times, so crew has been putting in phenomenal work to get us on track and driving well.
Awesome. And I know you guys were chasing a few things yesterday. How's the car been so far today?
Today it feels great. Yep, we got it dialed in this morning and dealt with some misfiring issues, but now she's doing good.
Awesome. Poised to do good in that top bracket of competition. We'll go ahead and send it back up to you guys in the booth.
Oh, someone just threw something at
We're
Grindle.
Grindle's being a good sport. All right, well, thank y'all so much. So on for our next battle, we got Trevor in the lead, Hannah Ammerson in the chase. Hannah, man, really struggling. So I did talk to her during our break, and she said the car has just been overheating. She had the clutch issues yesterday, which were giving her a lot of problems. And so same thing today. She's just been having a lot of issues with the car overheating. Not necessarily so much with the clutch today, which is great, but just overall issues with that LS giving her fits with heat.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that, man.
Yep, there's a view of the track. One thing that's been a very consistent topic in the chat today is the outer zone 2 into that little inner clip right by the pond. And I think the main thing that the judges were trying to get everyone to do there is to accelerate into outer zone 2 And then outer zone 2 is a bit of a decel zone where you're allowed to shave a few miles an hour off the car. But the point is that you kind of want to be set and locked into angle early in outer zone 2. And even I think if they come out of that zone just a hair early, touching that inner clip or getting close to it sets them up for the proper line for outer zone 3. As outer zone 3 is like the whole corner. So a lot of people seem to be wondering why there's like kind of this awkward little inner zone. But honestly, it's not that bad when you're driving the track. And it's set up just to put the car a certain way in outer zone 2, touch that, and shoot into zone 3. Because really, if you end up going all the way through corner 2 and you're on the outside line, you will not be able to shift the car properly into that line. You might be able to fudge it around a little bit, but it's really just they're making that spot a little difficult to set up the rest of the course. And so the drivers are dealing with that. And yeah, it is a little tough, but this is a competition, and you've got to be able to adapt. You've got to be able to rip at all times. So we got a live pit camera over here. Sarah, you're on camera.
Everybody loves to see Sarah. Say hi, Sarah. We don't have you on audio, unfortunately, but we can see you. Yeah, there you go. Just sign language.
Fine.
There we go.
Oh,
Now
no,
we
yeah,
got
It's
it.
because I was yapping to the audio guy, which is why you can't hear me, because he has to go turn me on the board. Because I'm pretty darn good at muting my mic, but you never know. You know, and a hot mic will take someone out. So we're actually just chilling here. You can see the track getting cleaned up behind me. We have our guys actually going right now, so back to you.
Awesome.
We're back online. We got Trevor in the lead, Hannah in the follow. Hannah, unfortunately, straightening out, then Trevor straightening out. Both cars are completely straight, and something just fell out of one of them. I think a taillight, maybe. Possibly a transmission.
A taillight or a transmission.
So
Okay.
it looked like Hannah had already straightened out in the chase. Trevor, I believe, went to shift and wasn't able to, which we just talked about. He's having major problems with third gear. It's possible that it just lost third gear. He's obviously still driving. He should still have second, but it'll be tough to confirm. Hannah was having some other failure at the exact same time, and both cars are returning to the line, it looks like, to try and give it another go. So it's also one more possibility here is that there was a false start light that we didn't see, and Hannah might have just having trouble and Trevor shutting down. But it looked like transmission and something else. So we'll find out in a minute. We'll get that information for you. But there's either double mechanical failure at the same time or potentially a restart. So let's figure out what's going on. Oh, it was a headlight.
Oh, it was a headlight.
Headlight
Oh.
came flying out of that 350Z.
Headlight or a transmission? That's a pretty that's a
Just-
pretty broad range.
Yeah, could be a headlight, could be a transmission. I don't know. I'm just a guy with a mic. But they are both lining back up, and the lights are on. Hannah's now in the lead, and Trevor's in the chase. So I'm guessing that was a run of some kind. Hannah drops a tire and clips a cone, but she keeps it going. Trying to get some angle going into zone 2. A little wide, but hanging on. Oh, no, Hannah's going to spin. Oh, but she hangs on to it. Angle stalls the car.
That's a bummer. Hannah Ammerson, 16 years old, just got her drifting journey started a couple years ago. This is her first big competition experience. Very nerve-wracking for sure. So unfortunately, Trevor Johnstone gets the win. Hannah is out for this round, but we will see her back for round 3.
All right, Trevor in the Mustang. Yeah, it's crazy that she's competing at 16 years old. She was here at the first round, right?
She was. Yeah, she was.
Oh, we got Cabot on the camera. Oh, he's out. They moved it.
All right, so this next battle should be Nick Novak versus Frank. Frank DeLeon.
Frank DeLeon. The chat wants to see someone in the pond. As far as I know, no one's ever been in the pond. And in case anyone listening is wondering, The rule is, if your car goes into the pond, it stays there. MidPond actually takes ownership of your car if you go in the pond, because it is close, but it's actually really tough to get in there. So if you achieve the feat of blowing it so bad that you're in the pond, that you lose your car.
There actually was a Forester that was running that got just a bumper, like a nose tip
it was just
in.
getting a
Just
drink of water.
Just a drink.
Just a
Just
sip.
a little sip.
If you get a sip of the pond, we will show some leniency and you can keep your car. But otherwise, it's pink slips, Fast and Furious style. we own your car now.
Your car
And
becomes
by we,
a new fish habitat.
I don't mean we, I mean Ken, because I don't own anything here.
Oh, well, Ken owns enough cars.
Ken owns
Are you
enough
kidding
cars,
me?
yeah. So we don't need any more. Stay out of the pond. We need. All right, looks like Nick Novak in the lead and Frank DeLeon in the chase. Oh no, Frank DeLeon with a major straighten out. Nick Novak making his way into outer zone 2, moving pretty good. Plenty of angle, gets the touch and go, and he's into zone 3. Frank DeLeon trying to make up lost ground. He's in the dirt, but he hangs on to it. They both transition into outer zone 4. Frank a little bit inside because his line kind of went off from saving it in zone 3. So it looks like he was able to correct and hang on to it a little bit, but cost him a little bit of proximity, and his line was off a little bit there. We'll see how he does in the lead. Nick Novak doing a great job of filling outer zone 1 all the way through the zone. Flicks into the touch and go, fills it perfectly, and really zone 2, Nick just had a killer lead run. Touches the inner clip, goes straight into outer zone 3 for the whole zone. You can see Frank dip a tire, but hang on to it as they go into outer zone 4. Yeah, Nick just put on a grade A lead run right there. Frank DeLeon's been having a pretty good day, but it looked like he got a little loose after he straightened up trying to keep up, but he's hanging in there.
Those Saturday beers must be kicking in. The chat's getting a little rowdy.
Chat's getting a little loose.
Got to keep it somewhat PG-13, friends. Somewhat.
It's fine. All right. We got Frank DeLeon in the lead and Nick Novak in the chase, firing into zone 1, outer zone 1. Frank gets a little space, but Nick is right there reeling him into outer zone 2. A little shallow, but gets the touch and go. And Frank angle stalling into zone 3. Nick goes for the, oh, that was close. Nick just going ahead and keeping on going there. Okay, so Frank DeLeon throws too much angle into zone 3, hits a little bit of an angle stall, dips inside, and Nick Novak just go ahead and drifting around him. Here we go with the replay. Looks like Frank's been having a good day behind the wheel. He had that outer zone, he hit that touch and go perfectly. He was in outer zone 2, but he comes out a little early, gets the inner touch, and then flicks it in and loses it right there. But he stays inside, and Nick decides to just charge it and go ahead and pass. Since I don't know, that was crazy. They were so close. And we have confirmation. Nick Novak gets the win, and we'll be moving on.
I am ready.
And
All right. Well, congratulations, Nick Novak. Unfortunately, Frank, we will see you back for hopefully round 3. Haven't heard any confirmation on him being back for round 3 yet. But what we do have confirmation on is that Sarah is ready for a little commentary. Sarah, what's up?
Hey guys, how's it going? I have Trevor Johnstone here in the pits. He's obviously very warm. Just won his battle. He's headed back up into the winner's bracket. How do you feel after that battle?
Not really good. I think my second and third, I'm having some grinding going on, and we were able to get into second and then into third, so we really got lucky on that one. But hopefully the next battle will be better.
Gotcha. I was going to ask because we heard you were having some issues with your shifter, a couple of mechanical issues. We saw it. That's the reason why you were bumped down into that second chance bracket. Do you think you'll still be battling those issues later on today?
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's grinding so hard to get into third. So pretty much I'm just sending it in third gear and just trying to pedal it and do the best I can, really.
Gotcha. Well, he's got a great crew behind him. His family's here. His girlfriend's here. So they're doing a great job getting you back into the competition. Good luck on your next battle. Thank you so much. All right, back to you guys up there.
Nice.
All
Well,
right.
I hate to hear that for Trevor, but hey, he's going to keep going. So as long as he's not out.
Hey, down but never out.
Exactly.
Go as long as you can.
All right, well, let's see. Who do we have up next? I believe this should be. Oh, here's Spencer's. I know people have been asking about Spencer. Don't call him Harry. And Paul Gimenez.
Adam going into zone 1. Paul having some trouble in that first zone. And Adam is just running away with it.
Spencer.
Huh?
Spencer.
The chase driver.
Harry. That's Harry.
No, that's Gimenez.
Gimenez is the chase. You were saying Adam.
I'm all.
You're good, man. You're good. It's all good.
All right, so it looks like Gimenez, I was trying to call him by his first name, but I'm getting it all wrong here. But Gimenez struggling there through the first corner. Adam just running away with it in the lead there. I'm not sure what's going on with that JZX. We got the replay. He kind of tosses it in, but it just, something is not going to angle. And Adam just takes off. Little light on the touch and go, but he's got open air, and he is running all the way out on zone 2 and just cruising out there kind of by himself on that one. So might be having a little trouble with that JZX 100 out there, Mr. Gimenez.
Yeah, Paul's been struggling quite a bit the last couple of days here with that chaser. I don't know what's been going on. I haven't had much of a chance to talk with him, but I know he was having at least some suspension issues, but hopefully we can get him squared away, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, and yeah, I've just been saying the wrong name all around. That's Spencer in the front. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that's not Adam. Adam's in the 350Z.
You told me that, and someone else just had to tell me again, so I'm brain dead apparently.
You're good, man. But they're Beast Coast boys, or Beast Coast boys. Out here to party together, but Spencer is the one who's in the chase now. We got Paul Gimenez in the lead. Paul.
See if Paul can work
let's
it out.
No, he's still straightening up a little bit. He is not able to get any angle. Can't kick that back end out at all. Getting a little bit out right there, but it is just fighting him.
Whoa!
Oh, that's one
Gimenez
way to finish.
spins, but it's after the start line. Spencer manages to drive around him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is only his. I think the first round was his first event in that JZX. I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure he was still learning the car. And clearly they're still working some things out. He's trying to make it happen, but just very shallow. That car is, I don't know if something's going on with the car or if it's just too gripped up. It does seem like he's struggling to get it out to angle, so. And that's Spencer, not Paul and not Adam, because I'm brain dead, but Spencer gets the win in that S13.
Congratulations, Spencer. Well, hopefully we'll see Paul Gimenez, which actually I believe he's a season pass holder, so we will see him back for round 3.
We'd love to see it.
He's got some time before September, so he can get some things sorted out with that chaser, and we can see him back for another round.
Let's go Beast Coast.
So just to clarify, chat, y'all can be as rowdy as you want. We unfortunately have to be PG-13.
We have to be somewhat PG-13 on the mic.
Yeah, well, we may have an R rating after Camel came on shirtless, so we'll see.
Camel's too sexy for his shirt. Too sexy for his shirt. Too sexy. Someone said I sound like I tell people to turn in their homework after the bell in the chat, but joke's on you guys, I never did my homework.
Ooh.
So please, kids, don't be like me. Do your homework. Do something with your life.
All right, looks like we are moving on to the next section of our bracket, which is going to be Taylor Hull and Cameron Miata. Cameron Nunez. Cameron Nunez. They have his Cameron Miata in the bracket. Nunez is his last name. But this is Danny's bye-run, it looks like.
Yep, this is Danny's bye-run due to Derek Carter having to bow out due to mechanical failure. So, again, sorry to hear that, Derek. We appreciate you coming out here. And sometimes you just got to step back, let someone get a bye-run, and rebuild.
And Derek plans to be back. I talked to him for a little bit in the pits during the
Awesome.
break. He is super bummed. He's had a string of bad luck with that car. And he was really looking forward to this battle, both the battle that he had this morning, and he actually did go up against Danny. I believe it was yesterday afternoon when we were just kind of playing around, and had a really good run with him. So it's a bummer, no matter how you look at it. Nobody wants to go home without even having a chance to battle. So sometimes the worst battles are the ones against our cars.
Yeah, that's right. These machines require lots and lots of work all the time.
The machines.
All right, looks like we're going to go to Sarah in the pits. And
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here with Nick Novak. Nick, his pit is all the way in the corner of the parking lot. We don't reach down there, so he was nice enough to join us here by the pond. Excellent backdrop. Nick, you just won your battle in the last chance bracket, but you're done for the day. So fill me in. How'd the battle go?
It was good. Frank did a good job. Unfortunately hit a bump and over-rotated a little bit. That's how drifting goes. And excited to try and keep moving on through the bracket and see what we can do.
Absolutely. So are you good to be done with the heat for the day and get your head prepped mentally for tomorrow?
Yeah, I need to catch up on some hydration, get some food, relax for the rest of the night, watch some drifting, just hang out.
Absolutely. And with that said, we're going to toss to the battle now. Thank you, guys.
all right, Cameron in the front in the V8 Miata. Taylor Hull absolutely on top of him in the Montevetto. Little inside. That Miata's giving it all he's got. Come on, Cameron, let's go. He is flying in that thing right now. Taylor Hull diving into the last corner, trying to get in there on that door. Wow. The size difference, crazy. What a great little battle right there. Cameron in the Miata, Hull in the Montevetto. Nicely filling that first outer zone. Good timing on the transition. Outer touch and go confirmed into outer zone 2. Little wide, kind of misses that little inside spot, but okay. Goes into outer zone 3 real clean on the gas and cruising. Taylor Hull dives into outer zone 4 to catch up and put it on the door as they exit the track. And oh my gosh, they almost touched. That was really good.
Off they go again. Taylor Hull in the lead. Cameron in the chase. Of course, Taylor Hull filling that first outer zone nicely. But Cameron keeping right on him. Oh, no!
Cameron spins in outer zone 2, and Taylor Hull runs away with it.
Oh, man.
Taylor Hull's pretty much just got to complete this run, and he's probably got it in the bag. Cameron giving it his best effort in that V8 Miata to hang with the Monte Carlo, and unfortunately, I'm sorry, it's not is that a Monte Carlo? Yeah.
Wannabe Monte Carlo.
And the Montevetto. And yeah, unfortunately spins in outer zone 2. We got the replay coming up right here. He comes inside. Looks like he contacted, wheel-to-wheel contact as he tried to dive in. And that's where he spun out. We're back in the replay up right now. Yep, they are coming in hot through the touch and go. Both drivers crushed it on the touch and go. They were perfectly in that zone. Cameron going a little inside to keep the ground up, and right as he does, Taylor's going angle to set up for that inner, and he goes wheel to wheel. Taylor gets the inner, and unfortunately Cameron is spinning. He was clearly trying to slow that car down as much as possible before they contacted, but just couldn't do it.
This is like the Pokemon theme song for a second. Like I wasn't paying attention. I zoned out. I heard like this
It could
one
pass
part
for
of
that,
it, and it
yeah.
was kind of.
This could definitely pass for some Pokemon
definitely
music.
not the Pokemon thing. All right. Well, unfortunately for Cameron, Taylor Hull does get the win, but Taylor Hull gets to fight another battle. Will we see him in the final two? We shall
He's
see.
trying to work his way back into that winner's bracket tomorrow. We all know he won round one after a really good battle with Cabot in the last part of round one. Actually, they were really going for it, and then I think Cabot had a DB'd a tire at the end of that one. So it'll be interesting because both of those drivers are working their way through the field. So Cameron out after trying to close that gap and just getting a little too close with the wheel-to-wheel contact. Taylor Hull in the number three car continues through the field.
Next up, we've got Josiah with FDF. And Diego. Of course, we saw Diego's dad, Frank, run earlier. Unfortunately, Frank got knocked out, but Diego still has a chance. So we'll see if we see one of the DeLeon boys make it to the end.
Yep, pretty cool to see the father-son combo out here trying to get after it. Looks like getting ready to send him out there. Josiah has been fast in that FDF Corvette all day. Diego DeLeon has been running pretty good in the S13. See if he can keep up.
Weird seeing Josh without his cowboy hat. I said it's weird seeing Josh without his cowboy hat.
I know, yeah. Josh's cowboy hat list today.
It is. He said he lost it in his move.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he said it got crushed or something. Or
Moving sucks.
Oh man.
Well, me and him are both moving in different right now and collectively agreed. I don't like moving. Oh,
All
looks
right.
like we're getting some signals up there at the tent, and the lights are on.
Diego taking an interesting strategy, getting a little bit of a run up, so he's
Yep.
got some time.
He knows that Corvette's fast.
Yep.
Here they go into outer zone 1. Josiah, and that car is fast. But Diego's not letting him get too far. Ooh, he goes inside to keep up. Woo.
Watching our replay here.
Josiah filling those zones perfectly and with a lot of speed. And still gets a tire on the inside before going into outer zone 3. DeLeon doing everything he can to keep up there. But that Corvette is just fast. And it's fast at angle. It's hard to beat a good setup Corvette with a fast driver. All right, here we go. We got Diego DeLeon in the lead and Josiah in the chase in the Corvette, and he is immediately on top of the door of that S13. Whoa. Coming into outer zone 2, Diego filling the zone nicely, but Josiah's right there. Josiah goes a little bit inside, but he's keeping that proximity tight. Whoa, they make contact on the transition.
Contact, but it doesn't phase either of the drivers.
Yeah.
Finish the run nicely.
Diego staying on the gas through that contact to make sure he can keep going through outer zone 4. Just a quick little kith on the way through. But yeah, front bumper to bash bar. That was a good run. God, look at that proximity. He is just right there as they go through outer zone 1, hit the touch and go, and into outer zone 2. God, every time they're tightening up, Josiah's just right there. But then he jumps way inside right on that one. Kind of shot inside, but he gets the correction. Little swipe, both drivers stay on it, and outer zone 4 looking good. That was a great run by both drivers.
Indeed. Well, from what I'm hearing, Sarah may have somebody else with her. We want to shoot over to Sarah real quick.
Hey guys, how's it going? I've got Taylor Hall here, fresh off another win. A little bit of an easier day for you. You drew a good pill this morning. You've won 2 of your battles so far. How's the car been?
It's been pretty good. It was nice since we had to be one of the few that ran the top 32 the last time to be straight into top 16 this time. But the crew's been doing a great job. We sheared off some bolts for a water pump pulley of all things this morning and really basically didn't get any practice. So right into top 32, we did get to do the buy run, so that was cool. But yeah, the car's feeling really good. You know, Kenda tires are hooked up, comp cams, Edelbrock. This whole team is doing awesome. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. This track is a little bit more challenging, I think, than the first round was. So the increasing radius here on the outer zone 2, I think, 2 or 3, it's definitely challenging and slowing up to get that first inner clip. But we're excited. Things are going well, and I guess we're looking forward to moving on and trying to take home another win tomorrow.
Absolutely, and we'll let you get out of the heat here. Go work with your team, get ready for tomorrow, and we'll see you in competition. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sarah and Taylor Hull. It's good to see you guys both out there.
Yep.
Living it up. I believe I just heard, it was hard to hear over the conversation with Sarah and Taylor Hull, but I believe I heard that was it?
I missed it.
Well, it's
But Diego just did a
Diego
super big
did a
rolling
pretty good
burnout.
celebration, but I thought I heard that it was Josiah. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'm going to get some confirmation. We'll let you guys know for sure. Okay, so I was correct. It was Josiah that did get the win, but hey, Diego wanted to give us one last show before he leaves for the day. Unfortunately, he is done, so he and his dad, Frank, are going home. But hey, we will hopefully see them back for future rounds.
Yep, Josiah Falai looking super fast in the Corvette at angle. He's out here. He's looking to get through this field and go up to the top. So, and you know, we got our next battle kicking off with Cabot in the lead. Cabot, Cardoso, and it looks like Kashad in the chase. That's Kashad's car. Yep, Cabot flying into outer zone 2. Kashad not quite letting him. Whoa, get away. Oh, Kashad with a major correction into outer zone 3. Looks like Kashad was trying to make up for lost ground and had to make a major correction coming out of the inner clip into outer zone 3. So we'll check the replay here. They're on entry, solid little entry. Outer zone, pretty filled. Touch and go, prime. Right somewhere in here. Kashad was really close on the transition, but as Cabot runs away, he ducks in, but unfortunately too far.
Surge forward a little too
Didn't
far.
look like he straightened out all the way, but he was way inside. Trying to keep up with Cabot. That 350Z is fast. It's definitely got all of the grip for the power it has, and it is cooking. Cabot looking pretty comfortable in that car today. He's usually ripping in that thing, so. I don't know. Kashad might not have had his shirt off long enough.
Well, it's not over till it's over, so we'll have Cabot in the chase. See if we can see what we're accustomed to seeing from Camel in his lead run.
Okay, the lights are off, and here they go with Kashad in the lead and Cabot in the chase. Whoa.
Camel slinging it in nicely to get us started.
Cabot coming right into, oh my gosh, Cabot goes way inside.
Oh!
Oh no, straightens out. He charged it a little too hard. That might have cost him. That one might have cost him. Oh no, Cabot completely loses a tire.
Oh, heads up.
There is a tire heading into the upper parking lot. So there's not going to be a replay at the moment, folks, but and I wasn't able to see if there was initially contact. It wouldn't have been on the side that the tire debeated, but when they were coming from outer zone 1 into the touch and go, both drivers were cooking. Cabot made a dive inside, got a little bit too inside, and looked like he tried to make a quick correction, maybe straighten out a little bit. He jumped back in it and got through the next zone, but as he transitioned into outer zone 4, he completely lost the tire on the back right wheel there, and he is limping the car back to the back straight at the moment because he was already kind of past the exit stage there. We'll see what they say about it.
I'm trying to scrub back through the feed here. Since we do not have a replay for you, unfortunately the drone just so happened to have to come in to change batteries right at that moment. So we're watching our replay here, kind of talking you through it as we see things. Cabot checked up as he was coming through that. Oh, what was that? That was, oh yeah, so it jumped around a little bit. Hang tight, let me scrub that back. It's jumping around a little bit because it went from the outer zone 2. Well, either way, unfortunately for Cabot, Kashad takes the win. It's been a while since I've seen Cabot dethroned or lose a battle, so unfortunately Cabot lost a tire, and it looks like he straightened up as he was going into that second outer zone. Not sure what happened there. Trying to get some replay as we scrub through the live stream here, but unable to kind of get a full sense of what happened there. But Camel gets the win and moves on to the next round.
Yep. Kashad pulling back around in the Whoops Motorsports S13. See if he can keep it together in the future rounds.
All right, we're seeing your feedback that some of the audio is now a little bit louder, so we appreciate the feedback. We're going to try to adjust some things here. Okay, thank you.
Audio has been adjusted a little bit down. Earlier, we were a little low, we were a little high. We're trying to make the adjustments for you guys and get it just right.
All right, well, while we get, looks like Cabot's going to stay on the track here. We're going to maybe try to get him a new wheel on that rear. While Dustin gets ready for his next run against JP Windham. Okay, so that makes sense. So just so you guys are aware, we are going to stop the stream today at 24. So we will have more battles for you tomorrow. So Cabot's dad's actually going to run him a wheel out to him so he can get off the track safely. But Dustin and JP Windham are going to be our last battle for today. And then we'll see you back tomorrow. But still hang tight. We want to see this battle with Dustin. Don't call him Patton Motors.
Yep. Just JP Windham and Dustin Motors going to battle it out here.
Dustin's been talking some mad smack. We'll see. I know he's got a little juice under the hood now. Off he goes. JP in the chase.
Dustin throwing it in. Looks like he's in the outer zone. Oh, JP Windham completely stops. Something is wrong with the E46, temporarily maybe, but Dustin getting a little run in.
JP's back, but Dustin was a little shallow on that outer zone for 2. JP a little shallow as well, but probably just trying to play catch up here.
Yeah, not sure
it's
what
technically
happened.
his chase run, so not as big of a deal here. But yeah, not sure what happened there.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's definitely going to zero him out. Wonder right here, they toss it into zone 1, and he's way inside, but it looked like right when he was about to try and correct it, just shut down for a second. So Dustin Motors definitely has the advantage here. Another Whoops Motorsports sticker right there. Oops, all nitrous. JP, local Alabama cat. And then I believe it's a JZ in that E46.
Confirmed.
Not sure what happened there. Something went wrong right in turn 1. See how he does in the lead. They're lined back up.
And as we saw with the Cabot Cardoso and Kashad Parson rain, anything can happen. So.
Yep. Lights are on. And they're off. Tossing into outer zone 1. Here they go.
Oh, wow. Dustin on all
Dustin
over
getting,
him.
getting a little aggressive there. Oh, he straightened out to try and catch up. Major straighten out to try and catch back up after that, getting a little too close. Unfortunately, Dustin just having some struggling to get back online. I'm struggling to stay in my chair. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how the judges score this because Dustin got a little too aggressive. We got the replay up here. Drone's on the job. Both drivers go in. Dustin immediately kind of inside, way inside. He tries to go inside to get the transition, but just is way too early on that transition. JP Windham taking off into the touch and go. Dustin reinitiating to try and catch up and make up a little ground. But unfortunately, right there, something's going on.
Well, sounds like the judges want to see it one more time. So we're going to send them back out. Confirmation, actually. So since this is our last battle, they may get a little bit of a time. Actually, that's a good question since they're our last battle.
Nice, yep. Yeah, I'm assuming since JP had an issue on the first one, stalled out, and then Dustin full straighten on his run, that they are going to let him run again.
Well, while we wait for Dustin and JP to get cooled off and get set back up for their one more time, we're going to hand it over to Sarah here in just a little bit, but just a heads up that we will be back tomorrow for our next round. So, Sarah, if you're ready for us, we'll pass it over to you.
Thank you so much, guys. Sorry, we had to adjust the camera a bit because our boy here is a little too tall. You've had to work for it today. You pulled kind of a bad pill, and so you've had 4 battles, but you've won all of them. Where's your head at?
Yeah, well, the difference would be I came here just to have fun as part of the trip, and whenever you're having fun is whenever you do good. That's just how it goes.
Awesome. That is a moment for drifting, if I've ever heard one. The more fun you're having, the better you're going to do in competition. So you have Taylor Hull first thing out of the gate tomorrow. How are you feeling about that battle?
It's good. It's nice when you can do a lead run as a chase driver. So knowing that I'll be able to just push the lead by basically doing my own lead is what it's what we all want to do anyways. So I think it'll be pretty flowy, pretty smooth. Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Awesome. Sorry we're being interrupted by these heinous VQ noises over here, but how about this rig? How's it been doing for you today?
Minor electrical problem, but other than that, everything's just fantastic. The car just tires and fuel.
Yeah, I was going to say it was looking really, really smooth. More of a testament to your statement earlier with just having fun, enjoying the car, and everything like that. But absolutely, thank you for your time. Good luck tomorrow, and we'll see you out there.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys in the booth.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. So, yeah, we're just going to hang tight for just a little bit while we wait for JP and,
And Dustin.
JP and Dustin, thank you.
Water bottle down.
Yeah, water bottle, sorry. I was trying to think while I was, anyways.
I'm guessing that they get
Think
a
while I was
moment
trying to catch that, but anyways. So, they'll be back out here in just a little bit, but I did want to give a little bit of an explanation as to why we're going to be coming back for tomorrow. I mean, we've still got plenty of daylight. It does seem like we could just go ahead and finish this up, and you're absolutely right. That's honestly what we all want. This is what the drivers want. This is what the staff wants. Unfortunately, the Wally systems, with the way that the heat has been going for us today, we're not going to have enough battery life for the Wally systems to run for the rest of the day. Alabama heat is just really kicking everything today. So,
Yep.
we
The
will
heat's
have
been
to
rough
come
on
back.
all of it.
Yeah, it is. And, unfortunately, we did plan for this to be a full weekend. So we would love to send our drivers home early so that they can be with their families on this holiday weekend. Get home a little bit early, but that's the way it is. Showbiz. Got to work with your technology, and that is one of the things that we are very grateful that we have the Wally telemetry system. It has been instrumental in helping us with judging. But unfortunately, that's just par for the course. If we're going to use it, we've got to make sure that it operates correctly and we have no issues for
And
judging.
this is the first time they brought it to the United States, so we're working with that and learning new things. And today we learned that the heat is a little harder on the batteries than we thought, and we would have hoped to get again. This is originally always planned to be a 3-day event. There's a practice on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday we run. And if we're lucky enough to get through Saturday in one shot, then everybody gets an extra day to go home and do their thing. But today, we are going to end up calling it, and after this next one more time, and we'll get back out here tomorrow to finish it up. So just the way it goes sometimes. First round, it was a major lightning and thunderstorm that shut us down on Saturday a little early, and we persevered that, and we got back out here Sunday. And so, it's just the way it is. A lot of things weren't exactly going our way. We had having to reschedule on a holiday and having to do this in July is, there's factors that are tough, but we're all out here just trying to get through it and provide a place for these drivers to compete for that paycheck. And they are here to do that, and they'll be here tomorrow to finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Bummer we had to reschedule to this weekend, but again, we're just grateful for the drivers and for you for being here with us on this holiday weekend. But we do hope that you'll join us for round 3, September 26th through the 28th. Again, 3-day weekend. October 24th through 26th for round 4. And then our big finale for this season is going to be November 21st through 23rd. That's when we'll have the Big Dollars Championship Awards, as well as our primary main final event. So, yeah, hope to see you then.
I think they must have given the drivers just a quick tire change moment for this last battle.
Yeah.
They just pulled back in, but we'll be back out with that briefly to see this last run, and then that'll be it for the day.
Yes, we can see your chat. We see you. We see you. Well, sounds like we already got Sarah ready for another driver, so we'll pass it over to Sarah to see who she's got with her.
Well,
Hey guys, so we've got Cabot Cardoso down here. What happened with that last battle?
So I was following him into the third outer zone, and I guess the car just like over-rotated, I guess, is what happened. It's kind of hard to tell. It was so quick, but that would have been a 0 for my chase. But I think he definitely had like a little bit of a bobble behind me, but I don't think it was enough to be a straighten. So we're just going to take it and win the loser's bracket and then win the winner's bracket. So.
Absolutely. Well, you're done for the day, so there's some good news where you can get a little bit cooler, and you have another chance tomorrow, which it sounds like you're more than confident. So anything else you want to add?
No, I just thank you to my sponsors for helping me out, and yeah, we're going to throw it on tomorrow and have some fun.
Absolutely. So we'll send it back up to you guys. Thank you so much. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Cabot. We appreciate it.
Yeah, good job out there, Cabot.
Yeah, super proud of Cabot. He's been a long-time driver here since he was 15, so cool to see him in a competition environment. Of course, he's been traveling around quite a bit the last several years, actually going up into Canada, doing drift series up that way.
He's getting around, trying to get that experience in and get seasoned in the competition world, and I'm sure we'll be seeing him more. He's going to be here, I assume, every round. I think he's a season pass holder.
He is.
And he's been competing here at whatever he can get his hands on. So
yeah,
well, sure we will surely be seeing the Z more.
Oh, for sure.
If I could just keep talking for this last 15 minutes, we'll be all right. Maybe I'll just stop talking. No, but it's been a good run today. Everyone's been kind of persevering with us as we work through a few things and deal with the summertime grind, but we appreciate everyone. Before we get completely closed out here, we would like to give you the generic, please like, share, subscribe, and if you're a driver, come drive with us. There's room for you, there's money on the line, and checks are being written no matter how many people show up here. So if you are serious about competing and you want to come out and check this out, please come check us out for round 3. We got 3 more rounds. So round 3, 4, and 5 coming up. And thank you everyone that's been rocking out with us through this entire day.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
please check in with us tomorrow. You can give us a hard time or be nice. It's okay. We take it all on the chin. It's just how it goes,
Oh, it's definitely a different type of clutch kickers. Like, those of us who were doing clutch kickers back in Holt, it's definitely a different vibe.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad different vibe. Everybody who's been to MidPond, you kind of know what to expect. Track conditions are different. Once the track expansion project is complete and we're able to resurface this part of the track, it's going to be a game changer. And that was one of the main reasons for the delay in us getting into the season. But more on that later. Now let's focus on our battle between Dustin Patton and JP Windham.
JP way inside on that first outer zone. Dustin Patton all the way on the outside, getting the touch and go, whoa, e-brake drag. I think he's supposed to be accelerating right there. This chair. Okay.
That was spicy.
We just got the regular cameras on the replay here, but we can see Dustin getting those outer zones. JP trying to make up some ground going into outer zone 2, but Dustin was just on it right there. He's got a fresh pair of tires, and he was definitely in kill mode. JP jumping way inside in outer zone 3. Can't really see where Dustin was at. Both drivers trying to get it in on outer zone 4, and they're going to switch it up for this last run.
All right, so got JP in the lead now. Already made contact. Dustin almost spun out, recovered, but he did make contact with JP. Contact, excuse me.
Getting a little aggressive there in the
Yeah.
chase. Couldn't quite keep it together. Dustin trying to use his windshield wipers to get the smoke out.
Oh yeah, definitely some contact here.
Yep. It's like Dustin was trying to dive in. That thing's super gripped up, but unfortunately sometimes that puts you way on the inside line.
JP's still running a very consistent line from what we've seen from him all weekend. Little shallow here, but it's enough to get him the win. So JP is going to secure the win for this round. So congratulations, JP Windham. You will be moving on. Unfortunately, Dustin Motors, you will be going home for this round, but we will hopefully see you back for round 3. All right, well, that does it for today. We're going to go home. We're going to cool off. We're going to enjoy some downtime. We hope you do the same. But we also hope that you join us back here tomorrow. Should be going live around 10:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll do a little bit of pre-prep before we get into our final show. So if you have any questions, reach out to us, info@clutchkickers.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, 10:45 a.m. Central.